how's it going, YouTube? It's Arnell, Dice Grinders. We got a last minute request to roll tonight, so our shooter is Toothpick Ted. How's it going, Ted?
Doing well, doing well.
All
Toothpick
right.
was ready. Needed to, couldn't stand around and wait for to be put in the back burner and watch these guys roll out. So I just gotta get my roll done and see where the dice may land.
Yeah. Everybody needs to get it to, speed up. No
We'll
point
get this
of like
through.
prolonging it. Everybody has good days and bad days, so just try to get
Yeah,
your
just
rolls scheduled in and
get through them, get
see
through
who
them.
see who gets to be on top. For that. All it means is uh, whoever is rolling good that particular day. It doesn't mean that's
Exactly.
what it
At that
is.
moment, yep,
Yeah, it's basically it at
for
the
sure,
moment, correct? All
for
right.
sure.
Let's see. So we got John Candler out there. He was the first one to show up. What's up,
All right,
John?
Mr. John.
And we got Trey, Two Wheel Paradise. He does LFCs on Sundays. Like and subscribe his
Welcome,
channel.
welcome. Definitely.
All right. Let's acknowledge we got Chris, Demon Dog Dice. He's got his channel.
DB.
Check him out. He does some rollouts also. All right. We got Larry, Big Kahuna.
More motorcycles.
Says,
That's
let's
what I
go,
like to
Ted.
see.
And
That's
then
what I like to
Joe,
see.
Craftsmaster Journey out there.
Joe, don't
So-
you ever sleep?
Says you can do it.
Gotta get my gi on for Joe.
All
Gotta
right.
represent.
Rich says good luck. Nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Rich.
All right. Glad to see some people show up last minute here. Frank P says good luck.
Thank you, Frank.
All right. Cadillac Jack out there.
I remember Cadillac
All
Jack.
right. Vaughn Perez.
Nice.
And if we can have a couple of dice sets from some people in the chat. I see one out there now. But before we do that, we'll read off the rules here. It's the second round, so it's that round of 32 shooters. And the top 16 is going to move on. So try to get some good rolls in there and get in that top 16 to move on.
Sounds good.
And you only get 2 rolls instead of 3, so
Oh, the pressure, the pressure.
gets a little tougher. Hopefully you're warmed up, or at least you're good to go.
Hopefully the brown
Like
water
right
kicks
off the
in,
bat.
So. Yeah.
So I do have a question. Do you actually have that toothpick while you're shooting, like in your mouth?
I usually do. And like sometimes one of the dealers will make a comment because they'll watch my toothpick. I guess I have like a tell when I'm trying to set the dice. So it's like
You chew on it a little harder.
yeah, it might point to one direction or move the other direction. I'm not quite sure. I might distract myself if I think about it too much.
All right, and then that was the spot we said you're gonna move the dice. So
Yep.
perfect. We'll put a little zoom in then. All right, so I think Larry was the big one, first one to throw out a dice set out there for you. It's 2-3-3-2.
2, 3, 3, 2.
Yep. All right, perfect. We got a few more people that showed up. Jim, Badger87.
Nice.
Super Mario out there. Let's go.
Hey, California representing.
Yeah. David, Overthinking Craps. He keeps saying he's
Nice.
in first. So you got to try to knock him out. I told him it's
no
only
pressure.
I told him it's only the second round, so a long way to go.
Yeah. Oh,
All
I
right.
see him on the boards.
And
Enjoying the first 5.
yeah, Joe says 5-4-4-5 for the next set.
5, 4, 4, 5.
There you go. All right. Super Mario said Cali represent. Pops is out there. Lightning shooter.
Awesome.
All
What's
right.
up, guys?
I think we acknowledged everybody that's came out. If anybody else shows up, we'll acknowledge them after your first roll.
Sweet deal.
All right. Whenever you're comfortable and ready to go.
Alrighty.
Good luck to you.
Let's see. Thank you. I'll also be throwing down some chip markers here, just so I know where I'm at, following along. So, all good. Okay, coming out. Shoot the hard way here. Hard way 6565 for those that care. Roll hard 10. Hard 10. Little off the
Nice.
mark. Way to the corner.
5-5, hard 10, confirmed. And that is your point.
All right. Three, 1, 4.
All right, 3-1, confirmed.
Six, 2, 8.
All right, easy 8, confirmed.
Six, 3, 9er.
All right, 6-3-9, confirmed.
Midnight.
All right, all the dots and all the spots, confirmed.
Three, 1, 4.
All right, 4, confirmed.
Four, 1, 5.
All right, 4-1, confirmed.
Six, 3, 9.
6-3-9, confirmed.
516.
All right, 516 confirmed.
Let's get some horn numbers. All right. Five, 1, 6.
Easy 6 confirmed.
That's as far away from a horn number as you can get on that. Right in the middle there. All right. Oh, damn it. 527. I can hear my neighbor on his treadmill through the wall.
5-2. So your first roll was 11. Nice.
All right, at least that's double digits.
Yeah.
Respectable.
So it looks like Kevin, Blue Jay Way showed up. Craig.
Nice.
Welcome.
Let me grab one sip of water here. Water, wink, wink. All
right. Whenever you're ready for your second roll.
Okay. Here we go. We'll stick with the same toss, I guess. Sounds like a plan. Five, 1, 6.
All right. 6 is the point.
Oh, Jesus. 437.
All right, we see that one.
The infamous.
PSO. Yeah.
Bummer.
It happens, but
it happens. We'll see. That's going to be tough. That means I'm going to be biting my nails for the rest of the round to see how everybody else is doing.
Yeah. Pretty good, though. I mean, your toss looked good on that first one for sure. I was wondering why you wanted to hit horn numbers, because technically it doesn't really matter, at this stage. You should be,
at that stage. I just visually, as I'm marking them, it's like, all I need is a couple horn numbers, and I'd have a small or a tall,
right?
Just for my own,
get used to
cheering.
I do the same thing, especially when you get close to the smaller, tall. Down to one number. Usually if it's a horn number, though, I just think in my head, just keep pounding numbers. Maybe it'll come.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing. If you're doing sharpshooting for like the next few rounds, like as it's getting head to head, then the horn numbers won't get you any points unless it's a repeater. But so just gotta remember not to aim for those at that point.
That's where it's going to matter, the point system, in the later rounds, when people get there, because somebody hits an ATS or repeaters, your points go way up,
Exactly.
And if, you're the first one to do that, you're going to,
have a good ride.
but make that bar really high.
For sure.
At least until somebody else can match it. Nice. So have you been going out, casinos or,
no,
or what
for
you
me,
been up
I'm going through some serious casino withdrawal here. what, like 7 months, I think.
Oh
It's
wow.
one of my longest stints. Uh, gotta gotta get back and build that bankroll, with getting a job, that whole thing,
Yeah.
being an adult.
Nice.
But soon enough, we'll be back out there hammering it out with the boys.
Yeah. I had to do the same thing. Not as long as you have, but I had to slow down there too. Like, hey,
Exactly.
last year wasn't nice to me, so we gotta think things out.
Gotta go for the
slow
long
slow
game.
it down. Yep.
As long as you keep practicing, keep the mind on it, then when we get back, we'll be able to earn those free comps.
Yeah. There you go. So you still doing like your photography stuff?
A little bit of photography, a little bit of just trying to remain sane and trying to get back into the workforce, the grind out here. Silicon Valley's been a tough area
Oh,
for a
I'm
while.
sure it has.
So, but soon enough. And then I'll be back to Vegas again.
So what are you looking for? Tech job,
I've been, yeah. I've
pretty
been
much.
working at the big working at the big fruit company for many years over at
Yeah.
Apple. So hoping to get back in there soon. Yeah, soon
Well,
enough.
hopefully it works out for you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
somebody's got a question for you out there. Looks like James is asking how long has Ted been shooting?
I would say I was with the original group of guys of Craps Nation. So was that about 2019? We all kind of popped into YouTube and found each other
Yeah.
on social media there, and that kind of blew up there. So about whatever that is, 5 years, 6 years now, for sure. And been lucky enough to cross paths with a lot of these different instructors and learn from them, pick their brains, and then a lot of the YouTube stuff. But then there's also a lot of Joe schmoes out there, not Joe CNJ, but
I heard you say
but
Joe's name. It's okay.
let me
No, I'm just
clarify.
playing.
No, but there's been, and YouTube. Back when we started, there was also a couple yahoos out there, but it's been a heck of a ride. Make some great friends, and watching the community boom. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Lot of people online nowadays.
Oh, for sure. I remember when there was only like a handful of, you know, the YouTube uh, guys that had videos out
Exactly,
there, and then all of a sudden they kind of
exactly.
like, you know, dwindled or went away, and then man,
Yeah,
yeah,
life
now it's
life
like
kind of gets you
everybody's
after
got
about a
one.
year. Yeah, exactly. But it's all good. We can't all be 20-year-old girls doing slot machines. So
Well, they're the ones that get all the views.
yeah, exactly. And
uh,
bluff.
yeah, because I remember you in your videos you'd have your little model there, and I'm like, wow, who's this
Yeah,
guy?
yeah. Well, that's the one thing. Like, there's always girls that I shot and worked with.
Yeah.
I never just took pictures and posted girls I don't know up there. So, but whatever. That's my story that I tell to the judge. No.
That's cool. Yeah. Pop said basically about as long as he's been rolling too.
Nice.
Cool. And Dylan's out there, skill and luck. He's asking, what's Ted's opinion on Crapsy?
Uh, it's a cool another tool. I mean, I play with it a little bit, mostly when I'm like playing with the various guys who are doing their live stream with HCS or whatever. Um, it's also like sometimes at night I'll have TV playing, and then on the computer I'll just have Craftsy just playing like whatever my basic strategy is that I'll do on a bubble craps machine when I go to
Right.
Vegas, just to kind of just get in that mindset, kind of just repetition, just playing, so you don't question yourself and don't play by emotion when I get out there again. But I mean, it's still new into a degree as far as development, so there's going to be a lot of problems. Even like what last
Oh
weekend we
yeah,
had a
they
lot
were
of
having
issues.
quite a few.
It's all good. It's another tool, um, and it for people like me that are going through withdrawals, it's a helpful tool. Get to interact with all you guys and almost be there, except I just don't win any real money or lose any money. But
Yeah. I think the problem is though everybody, because they know it's like play money. They do
yeah,
stuff they wouldn't do
always,
at the real casino. And I
yeah,
think I see
I'm
it all the
guilty of
time.
that. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I think everybody is. You see somebody way up there, and you're trying to chase them.
Yeah, trying to chase Uncle Hoku, and his $40,000 on a $2,000 buy-in. Like, oh man, how the heck?
Oh yeah, there's some people. It's like, how did they get that much? And there's only been two shooters or something. It's like what the.
Right.
And they weren't like
Yeah,
super
it's all
monster
good.
rolls, so it makes you wonder. Like, man, I gotta look back and see what they
Exactly.
were doing over there.
But actually, in that case, that's a good use for Crapsy and
Yeah.
seeing how other people are playing. Because say like with HCS and there's like a table limit, um, seeing how people can get to like table max and then get creative on betting the same numbers but bigger beyond table max in combination with come bets and place bets, and then doing the odds on that and being able to actually way past.
Yeah.
Not that I'll ever be on a real table and have that problem, but
Yeah,
I'll be ready if it ever
it's
does.
tough on a real table, especially out by me, because the limits are real high. 10K,
Right, right,
25K.
right.
But when I'm on like the cruise ships, they're only like 500. So I'll have
True,
my place
true,
bet at
true.
500. I'll have them put it, also to get that the max. And they're like, wow, we never really see people do that.
Yeah, you keep them on your toes. You look like you know
Yeah.
what you're doing.
So, well, I mean, I want to make as much as I can, especially if
Yeah,
you reach the
for
max.
sure.
You're like, hey, how else can I,
Yeah,
if you're hitting that number, how else can I make that money? So I'll put it
for
and
sure.
hop it. you
For
know,
sure. But that's a good thing. I mean, watching others play, you kind of pick up on little tricks and stuff like that, and so
yeah,
it's kind of good. So the crapsy works out that way
yeah,
because you can go
even
in and watch what everybody's betting. It's like, what's this guy doing? And it's like,
yeah,
oh,
and you can
sneaky.
pick and choose who you
Yeah,
wanna see.
exactly. No,
When I
sneaky
see people
bastard.
at the real casinos, and I see somebody that's making like a bunch of money, I'm thinking, hey, I thought I was betting good.
Yeah,
I'll ask them,
right.
hey, what are you doing there?
Right, right.
To find
Yeah, it's
out.
hard, but at the table, it's hard to kind of watch and pay attention to somebody else while you're trying to get your bets, making sure you're on top of that.
Yeah,
But
but there's definitely a lot of smart people out there that know how to
for sure, that's
play
for
the game or
sure.
work the game, I guess.
Exactly. A lot of
It,
numbers, guys.
and they
A lot
don't
of
have to
numbers, guys.
shoot. I mean, a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
I
Yeah.
see they don't shoot. They just like to bet.
Exactly. Exactly. They break out the pad and paper, working those numbers.
Yeah, we see a lot of old timers keeping track.
Exactly.
They got their pad and paper there. I wish they would just let you just use your phone, because then you could
You're right.
enter
Right.
it in. Like
Right.
what the hell, man? Make it easier. Let the phone
Yeah.
calculate everything.
Yeah. 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 It's all good. You feel like you're using old tech,
Yeah,
the old technology. But
Cadillac Jackson. It's hard to keep up with Uncle. Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Well, when some people have a good bankroll, they can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do a lot more.
Get to
Interesting
play it, get
stuff.
to be risky. Yeah, you get to ride those waves.
So what's the closest casino by you? I mean, do you go to any of those locals in California with the card craps?
I no, I do not. It's still like 2 hours away for me, but it's not even worth it because
It's
yeah,
not
it's
like,
cards.
yeah,
I mean, there's more and more now that I'm hearing from guys that are going out there saying that they're actually setting the cards up
matching the
appropriately so
cards.
that they match them and they don't redeal them. So technically it might be the same, but usually if I get the opportunity, I'll just go straight past all the Indian casinos and go straight up the Reno. But then you got Super
Oh, there you
Mario who
go.
goes to Tahoe. You
Tahoe.
know,
Yeah.
Mario's up at Tahoe all the time. Like, I kind of get down there, but I never had good luck in Tahoe, so I always go to Reno. But
Yeah.
one of these times we'll cross paths again.
Yeah. The drawback is, if I got a preference, Reno has more casinos, so
Yeah,
you have more
a little bit
choices.
more of a town.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
But
exactly.
Tahoe is good too. I mean, I like playing there. I
Yeah,
know
especially
there
if you can do the snow in the hills or the lake or something. If you got something else going too, you can kind of
yeah
combine it.
that Harvey's is changing up, right?
I
I
believe
heard
so.
over there.
I mean, there's only four at the corner. There's like
Yep.
four places, and they keep changing hands a little bit.
So Craftsmaster Journey said your role right now, I guess, is in seventh place. Yep, I'll be
We're
entering
going
in.
to going to top 16.
Yep, top 16. I think 11 or
Great.
12 may have gone. So still
Yeah.
a little ways,
Yeah. I'll be
but
biting those nails, biting those nails
you
for a
never
while.
know. I mean, like I said, you got some guys that rolled good in the first round, and then the second round, went a little short. So
Yeah, yeah. But at least we got a second opportunity this year, so can't complain about that.
yep, there you go. Looks like Skill. Oh, Skill was asking what your three favorite systems are. So strategies, I guess.
Oh, geez. I don't even. I mean, I'll have one for bubble craps just because it's low key. Been some Wayland Way stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but for legit table play, if I'm playing on myself, I'll just do like a 220 inside, hit it three times, and drop back down to 96 across, and just power press the hell from there. You know, that's I don't really worry about the strategy. I'm trying to focus on the shot, and then worry about repeating and collecting and pressing all from there. So I'm
Oh
not a
yeah.
big strategy guy. Not a big strategy guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that'll play like that. Start out big, yeah, get the couple of hits, and then go down to like min, and then
Yeah,
press to the moon or whatever, half press.
exactly. And that was a huge process for me, getting to that point. Um, that whole regression and get your money back. You got forced to learn that one. After losing a few times, like, oh damn, I didn't
Yeah,
take anything out. Like, okay,
yeah, because if you keep pressing and then the bad number comes, you don't have
yeah,
anything in your rack. You're like, oh man,
yeah. And you always
crazy
tend to
stuff.
find that, like, if you need four hits or if you need three hits, you always get one short and then out. It's like, oh dang it.
Yeah,
So
and
learn my lesson.
it eats away at your bank or rack. Yep,
Exactly,
slowly.
exactly. Slowly.
And
If
if
you're
you get
lucky,
a
it only
few of
takes a
those
minute.
in a row, it's like, God damn it.
And exactly, exactly. I got to find a more comfortable go-to strategy on playing random people. I have started looking at some hybrid stuff just so that I can get myself out of always positive betting with people that I don't know.
Yeah.
So hybrid might be my way for a little bit. So we'll see.
So over the years that I've been playing, for randoms, I always found just one or two numbers and let that
Yeah,
ride. You pick whatever number you want to bet. Uh, sometimes I integrate a place bet in the field to cover more numbers, and if the field hits, start getting other numbers. But usually that's what I'll like allocate for like the random, and if it builds up, great. If not, it was only
yeah.
two numbers.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, as long as you're in the game somehow, at least you feel part of it.
Yeah,
You have some skin in the game. You're good.
yeah. But then again, if you watch people and they're rolling bad, then I would suggest don't bet on them.
Yeah,
Just wait.
no,
You could always do
that's the
that
thing.
too.
exactly. Like I'll roll into town, and some people say don't play when you first get into town or something.
Yep.
So what I like doing, I'll get to my casino and I'll go hang out by the tables, and I'm cool with just watching and checking things out, which is actually kind of like when you're in a place like Reno where there's less casinos, not like Vegas, but roll in the Reno, and then I start I'll see who's playing, and then over that trip, over the next few days, you end up there's a few people that you'll keep running into, even if it's like the
Yeah.
next casino.
Because they're doing the
Like,
same thing you're
okay,
doing.
exactly, and then so you know how they play, whether or not they have a possible edge on shooting, or if they're still just completely random. And so just little notes that you got to take in your head. So it's fun that way too.
Yeah. So, what's your longest roll at that Atlantis? Because I know they keep like the scoreboard thing there.
Yeah, man, that one I did get my name up there in the 20s, like 25 or something like that. Oh no, it must have been like a 24 because I think 25 was the shirt, and then I was like one short. But I got my name on the board um, up there, so probably like 23 or something. But the problem with Atlantis is because they always have at least one table open, but they have low rates. Sometimes even they used to sometimes even a $5 table for a little bit.
Mm.
But that's where all the old time locals will show up. So you can
Oh,
go there and you never get on a table, or you get on there and you never get the dice for 45 minutes, and so you're just completely
yeah,
just like,
packed tables.
so it's kind of a bummer. So I still got to go and check that off my bucket list to actually get the shirt. But I got on the board once. Got on the board once.
Yeah, because just to get on the board, if no one's on there yet, you got to have at least 15 rolls.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I like that's the minimum just to get on the board.
The cool thing though, when I first got on there, and I didn't know what the whole board thing was, they actually have that board tied to the big
Yep, the big sign
jumbotron
outside.
outside on the street. And it's like, oh damn, I'll go out there and take a picture.
Oh yeah, that's what they were telling me because I went out there. I almost had my name filled up on the whole board, like they just reset it, and then I was on the table with like 6 guys, and nobody else was hitting double digits. I'm like, what the hell, man, And then all my rolls were hitting double digits, and I'm like, all right, but then I'm losing my money because these guys can't,
Right, they can't hold their stuff up.
yeah. And I'm like, I can't
That's funny.
play. I said,
How,
I
how,
can't play this table if there's nobody else
how long
rolling.
how long were you out there for?
I mean, I usually take like the junkets. So, when I'm out there, it's like 4 or 5 days or whatever it is. And
Oh wow.
I like to hit up all those casinos. I mean, that Cal
Yeah,
Neve was actually, I like that one too. I guess that
that was
one's like
old school.
yeah, that one's an old school one.
Yeah.
The
I
table's all
used to
lit
like
up and glowing and stuff.
exactly. Peppermill used to be my go-to place. I love staying there, but they just got the least amount of love for the craps player.
Oh,
And over time, it's just worse and worse. Now, in their tables, they actually have dome security cameras mounted into the corners inside the tables.
Oh, okay. When did they
Because
do that? I don't remember
that
seeing.
that
Did I
must have
see that?
happened right after COVID, maybe.
Hmm.
I think they had some kind of security scandal or something. So they had I don't know if it was dealers though or players, because there's like, yeah, 2 or 3 cameras built into the table. And then I did a
Interesting.
good roll one time, get it like 15 or something, and then I asked them, hey, can I get footage of that? And it's like, well, I can't get the highlight reel from the security cam, but it's yeah. So sometimes you'll be shooting and it'll ricochet up into the wall and hit the camera dome and drop down, kind of weak, but all good. It's all different.
That's actually kind of a neat idea. Put cameras to. Might have to do
But
that.
just not in the way though. Keep it out of the way.
Yeah, it's got to be like flush or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I remember seeing those there. So that's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So did they give a lot of heat there now at Peppermill then?
No, it's not that. It's just there's no bonuses on the table. It's straight game. And and then recently it seemed to get a little bit more bouncy. The table surface when they did the reconstruction to put cameras in, they might have resurfaced it a little bit too. So
Yeah.
it's kind of crappier. And then they don't have any electronic, no bubble craps, nothing. So it's just no love for a craps player. So then I just go over to you know GSR, and go play at the other places that have all the types, real
Yeah.
tables, the stadium craps, whatever.
Yeah. GSR is definitely nice. They
Yeah,
got good tables and crews there.
yeah, yeah. Although you get a lot of the riffraff from the Bay Area here that go when they go to Reno, that's where they go is GSR. So almost every time I go and play at the tables at GSR, there's some kind of physical, verbal
Altercations.
altercation or whatever, and I may or may not help the dealer side and have to
That's
try to solve
funny.
things. But it's all good. It's all entertainment. All entertainment.
So do you ever meet up with Color Up? Because I know
I have.
he's
I've
out there.
I've crossed him. Yeah, yeah. He's in Reno still for at least for now. Yeah, I've crossed Jeremy a time or two. I think even once I was on like a Thanksgiving up there, and he was going to the buffet or something, and we crossed paths and say, "Hey." But yeah, um, Matt Groves, I run into. I don't. He knows a handful of the guys here too, and he keeps killing it up there. He keeps sending me messages on Facebook. It's like, here's the
Chip
chip porn. It's
porn.
like, oh
Yeah.
man, good job, good job.
But of course, everybody only shows like that. They don't show you
Yeah,
their empty hand.
yeah. But he's done it. He's
Uh,
he's proven himself. He's done well, and I got to watch him. We tackled the not the traditional table, but we were on the
like roll to
what's
win
it?
or something.
Roll to win.
Stadium.
Yeah, we're on the roll to win tables. So that was kind of fun.
Did they got any stadium ones out there?
They do. They replaced the roll to win with the stadium, and then I think
Oh wow.
there's another stadium closer to the downtown area as well. One of those smaller offshoot ones. So like the J or something. I don't know, M or the J or one of those casinos.
All right, Mark Mad
All
Hatter's out
good.
there. Said Tedster.
Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark.
Yeah. Ooh, SJ in the house. What's up?
That's J, another Californian.
Nice. Yeah, we
Right
definitely gonna
on.
have to shoot sometime. I haven't had a chance to shoot with you at a table yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a bunch
No,
of people I want to, shoot at the table with, but
yeah. Got the online connection
schedules
going.
don't meet up. That and I
Right.
won't go
Right.
unless I go on like a free junket or something. I mean, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hotels and
No,
everything,
for
I don't
sure.
care, but you know, even like the flights to like Vegas for some reason are just expensive from Illinois. You know,
Exactly. Well, you can do like Mr. Money Shot, and you get your wife to actually start working for the airline, and that
get
way.
some deals. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, but
Come on, Mrs. Money Shot, hook me up. I'll go to Hawaii.
yeah.
Right on.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you, man. You're definitely huge help on these hosting. Getting all these
Yeah,
random guys as we're kind
we're
of just
trying to
jumping
get
around.
everybody, see who's gonna be end up on top.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Right, right, right. Get the blood going on the one-on-one, the head-to-heads.
Yeah, that one's for sure interesting, but hopefully it's not like quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. No, I have a
But
PTSD on that one against Eddie in the first year in the
oh yeah,
finals, and then PSO.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mark said 13 roller. No, he had a 11 roller and then a PSO, unfortunately.
Yep, yep, yep.
So we'll
We'll
watch
see how it
out and
goes. We'll
hopefully
see how it
he
goes.
moves on.
Definitely.
All right, Ted. It
Right
was a
on. I
pleasure.
appreciate
We'll
you. Definitely. Thank you.
we'll let you go. You enjoy the rest of your night, and
Right on, you too. Get some rest.
yeah, Oh, there you go. Is that one of those magic dice?
The magic ones.
Oh, nice. All right. We'll see you later, and let me know if you're ever in Illinois. We'll shoot.
For sure, for sure. If I cross the Mississippi or get past Oklahoma, then I got a lot of guys I got to hit up out there. For sure.
All right. Take care.
See ya.
Dice clickers, getting hype on the belt, roll the dice and we delve. Step into the table, ain't no pity self. Yo, the game's on money, long jackpot in the palm, bounce off the wall, got my squad stake. Bring your hand, ain't no bet, I'm crack, like the legend of stacks, we collected. Throw on the street, land sorcery, in the zone, game before I watch it flash like a phone. Dice grinders, popping, cause no fear in the eye. Building an empire, striking high in the sky. Bankroll, heart and soul, let the fervor ignite. Victory tonight, it's this gambling light. Roll that come out, bang, about to spread my fame. Win or lose, gain, confused, ain't no shame to change. Sweat, trips, love, yeah, they stay the same. Crush, they spinning and welcoming rain. Crowd buzz, listen to tears on the rise. Back door pass, your dream all outside. Chasing, king, they take no sky. Fortune cookie, live it up, rolling the dice. Dice grinders, popping, cause no fear in the eye. On fire, building an empire, striking high in the sky. Bankroll, heart and soul, let the fervor ignite. Victory tonight, it's this gambling light. Dice grinders.